so I can pull you back a little bit. Alright, that'll work. Alright. Just putting some linseed oil on the canvas before we get started. This is a wet on wet style painting. Alright. We'll clean the brush off real good. Make sure they're clean and dry. After I beat them off against my little nightstick there, I wipe them on a towel just to make sure they're dry. Or if I got a lot of heavy paint, I got another towel I'll wipe it off on. If you don't, the bottom of your bucket just becomes sludge. Alright, let's get started. We'll start out with some, that red will work. Some Alizar red. And we're going to start low. Well, not low. I'll show you what I mean. You don't need a whole lot of color. It's going to be really hard to blend it down. Start right up here around the edge. Just small X's. All those little white spots in there will pick this color up really good. Make it come right out. Because we didn't put no magic white, just use the oil, the color stays the same. It's not mixing with nothing else. Right. I'm gonna clean the brush off. I'm gonna pull some of that color right through here. I'm just gonna rub a little on the sides. All right. Get a little bit of blue. I'll just use that turquoise. Don't put a lot of color on the brush. It'll be really hard to blend it out. There's these small X's. They just kind of build your sky for you. Add just a little bit more color. I'll show a little bit of action at the end up here. All of these spots will turn a purple, violet color. Get my soft brush. I'm just going to go over that really lightly. Clean it all together. Alright, that'll work. I don't even think I need to put a cloud up there, do I? Maybe one. Clean off a little spot here. I really like leaving my colors out, especially like the second or third day because they're really dry, really firm. If you start out with a really thick base, you can just keep adding layer after layer after layer. All right. I want to do, like I said, a waterfall far away. So I'm gonna put it in. If I don't like it, I'll take it out later on. Oh, I'm gonna put a cloud up there too. Right. Get my fan brush. Now I'm going to use two different kinds of fan brushes. This one is really, really thin and really full. My other one looks like a rake. You can kind of see through very few bristles. Not really worried about that bottom. I do want to make sure I got a nice sharp edge. And I say not the bottom. You could do this. You want one side of it to be your side you don't touch, and then the other side you blend out. Just depending on where my light's coming from to how I blend mine. Bob's big rule is always keep your brush moving though. Don't leave it in one spot. I'm gonna get my little 1 inch and keep that top edge and blend the bottom down. So you just work that bottom edge, small circles, just with the edge of the brush. Keep it going. Because it's wet, you'll see stuff. You'll want to go back and pull those shades or colors or lights out. Alright, once again, corner of the brush, small circles, just work the bottom edge. Alright, take my 1.5 inch, just really soft bristles on it. Fluff that cloud up. Say half turn. Start at the bottom where your other color is and pull it into the bottom of your cloud. Kind of a circle. You go right above the top of it. You have to look at it up close, but it puts little stringy things on the top of the cloud. Don't worry about that. Sometimes I'll leave them in a painting. But Bob would always tell you to just rub, go across it, and those marks will come right out. Alright, lightly. Just go across it. No pressure, I'm just dragging the brush across it. Alright, now we can move on. Let's start with, let me get that thing. There we go. And I'll show it to you. You can actually see through the bristles. It's almost wore out too. But it does great for putting in little lines for waterfalls or you'll see. I'm going to put just a little bit of linseed oil with it. That white is really, really thick. I want it to come off. I don't want to be trying to scrub it on there. Just want to be able to touch it and pull down. Maybe right back here. And see, there's no way I could have done that on purpose. Let the brush do all the work for you. Alright, that's good. Right here at the bottom, put a couple of crashes. I won't see a whole bunch of, I want it to be that far back there. Yeah, hits right there on something. Hits right there. Yeah. We may come back and put some mist back there. I don't know yet. We'll see. All right, let's go back up to the top. Put a couple things in. Get my liner brush. If I can find it. There it is. And then I'll put some, let's see, what color? A little bit of black and some white just to make a gray. And remember, you're only going to see main branches this far back if I don't cover it up with highlights. That little bit of black mixed with that white's enough to tone it down some. Mix a little bit of linseed oil with it. If it don't want to come off, just thin it down a little bit at a time. Just wherever, like I said, we may cover all of it up, but having these lines in there just adds more depth if you do see it behind the other stuff. Just take the time, do a couple. As Bob would say, here and there, and here and there, and there and here. Wherever you want to put one is cool. Make sure to put different shapes, sizes, crooked ones. And worst thing that happens if you just cover it all up, right? Alright, I think that'll work. I want to add some more, a little bit over there. And doing this black gesso made me think there's also another painting I want to do with like two dragon heads, one girl, one boy, or colors for a girl and a boy. Alright, let's grab a little bit of some color. Alright, so mostly I'm just going to add a little bit of other colors to my white. Make sure that it's thin though. You want to be able to just tap. Not too thin, just a couple of drops of linseed oil. If that don't work, add another drop or two. But do it in small amounts. I need to give my brush a haircut. Alright. I need a couple of holes. I want this to be really, really light in colors. So mix whatever red, a little bit of red with white, a little bit of blue with white, lavender, whatever you want to see. I'm not even gonna clean the brush. I'm just gonna start tapping into some of that red. Just that change in color. Maybe this will be autumn. See. Now here my puppy's throwing a fit. This is why I don't paint early. They don't want me to be painting. Just tapping a little bit more red. I mean white into my red color. Change it up to some blue in a minute. Actually, we'll go ahead and do that. The same blue we used in the sky. Not cleaning the brush. Add some white to it. Start adding the mix. And it'll just lighten up. If you want to add more white, add a little more. Just for the corner. Start working this out. Remember, don't cover up all your darks. You need those spots. Go a little bit more into that blue color. Alright, let's go into a little bit of white and sap green. Once again, I'm still not cleaning the brush. Let's see. Need a little bit of phthalo green, yeah. Just a tiny bit. I want it to be a little bit more green than that. But mix it small amounts at a time. Once you overdo it, you go back. You can really shape the land how you want it to be seen. Kind of flows this away. That's just coming down like a little valley. And it's so much fun. You can build anything you want. Now my pops trying to chase my dogs. Right. I need one that's a little bit red there. Still not cleaning the brush. Those different colors is what's gonna make it look pretty. Right. Gotta add a little bit of linseed oil. Don't want to come off. Not a problem. Now y'all see why I don't paint until 8. I'm afraid it's gonna give him a heart attack.
Don't get in here. Come on. Come here, cat.
Pops! I told him I'm live. He just don't get it. Sorry if you heard any bad language. Alright, I'm gonna mix a little bit of white with it now. Oh yeah. That white just makes that color stand out. Daddy. Man, the editing I'm gonna have to do. Oh my. Alright, that's a good start. But I'm gonna reflect some of this.
Come on, cat.
Right around the edge.
Cat, come on. I got something for you. I'm gonna get some food. Come here, Bobo.
They don't
Don't
trust
get
him.
in the house.
They don't trust him at all.
Come on, Bobo. Come here. Come on, cat. Cat, come here.
Alright, take a little bit of.
Come on here, cat.
I need that blue back. That'll work.
Okay. I've been warned. And old junk area. They won't do nothing.
They only listen to me. But only because they don't trust him. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of
Bobo, come
that
on.
thyroid green.
Now get in. Come on. Come on. Get. Where's Esme? Esme. Come on, baby. Get in. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Get in there. Get in there, lay down. No, I ain't eat no more.
And then he tricks him.
Get out of here.
Alright, so I got some color up here now. Just wanted some colors.
Don't make me hurt you, dog.
It's hard for me to ask somebody to watch my animals. That's why I paint late. They go to bed at 10 o'clock, they get in their little cages, and you don't hear nothing out of them all night. Until 6:30, 7 o'clock, they're gonna go to yapping. Alright, take a dry brush, pull these colors down a little further. Just let them kind of run out, picking up any heavy paint and just pulling those colors out. Alright, after you pull it straight down, go straight across. Lightly, really lightly. Alright, now we got some reflections. We can work with that. Right over there, I need to fix my little waterfall though. Where is my blue? Looking for a nice dark blue, like a Persian blue. I can't see what color this is. That's too light. Oh, Vitalio blue. Here we go. It'll work. I'll show you why in just a second. We're going to reflect some of that waterfall. Alright. Go straight in. Grab just a little bit of color. Don't need a whole lot. Right under the bottom here. Just grab in some of that blue. Pull it straight down. About the same distance as your waterfall. Alright, clean the brush off. And I'm going to get my other fan brush. A little rake. Get a little bit of linseed oil. Go into my titanium white. just need it to come off that brush like we did the top. The closer we can get it to look like that, the better. It ain't gotta be exact because we are gonna pull it down. But it sure does add to the painting. Alright, let's see. Right underneath where it's hitting. Touch. And pull down. Touch. Pull down. Alright, now get a clean, dry brush. Pull it straight down. Light pressure. Very light. Never go left or right. You can't go crooked. Pull straight down, go straight across. Right here at the end, kind of hit that little curve up there, and we'll cut this off. Hide it with something. Lightly, go right across it. And you can start making it wiggle. Pull it one way, go the other way. If you take a snapshot and look at it, you can really see those wiggle lines in it. I think that's really cool. Little things like that are just awesome to me. Like I said, we'll hide that part of it. Or maybe we won't. We'll see. Alright. I think there needs to be a little cabin or something sitting over here on one side. Oh man. I'm gonna have to get off here. Thank you, Sneaky Pinky. Alright. I'm gonna put up a tree right there behind it. I'm just gonna go into Van Dyke Brown and Sap Green. And then we'll put a little house in front of it. Oh my. I should have waited till after he left, but I needed somebody to watch him. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of black to it. Alright, make sure got plenty of paint on the brush. I'm gonna add a little thinner to it. I mean, not thinner, linseed oil. First thing we do is put the dark side of everything in. And if it's close enough, we'll add highlights. When things are far away, you don't really see a whole bunch of color. Just with the corner of the brush, you start out tapping really lightly, then you start using the whole edge. After a while, you get used to this. Alright, that's good. I'm gonna add just a little bit of highlight. So just cad yellow. And thin it down just a hair. Mine, like I said, I let mine sit out so it gets dry. So when I need to add highlights, I have to add linseed oil to it, or it's just not gonna come off the brush. I mean, it will. You just gotta scrub it. You don't want to scrub it. Start on. My camera flipped around, so it looks like I'm left-handed, but I'm not. Starting on the right side of this tree and just working my way to the back side of it. You know, you need it to be kind of brighter on this side and get it duller as it gets to the back of it. Or, I mean, if you wanted to highlight this center, you know, make that your bright spot, work out to the sides when they get duller and duller. Just depends on where you want your light. Alright, that'll work. Let's put that little house right up against this tree. I'm just going to scratch it out with the knife. There's not a whole lot of cover up here, so really ain't going to be scratching out a whole bunch. Normally we do that to pick up all the heavy paint, but we ain't barely got any. Alright, let's add some a good color for the roof. Look, get a little bit of blue. Right. Get a little bit of black to go under the other side of the eave. All right. Clean that off. Just that same dark color. I'll darken this edge up just a little bit so we can see it better. Alright, now for the center, we're just going to use the Van Dyke Brown. I'll lay a little bit of that color in first. In a minute, we'll highlight these boards and make them look more like boards. Hopefully old boards. Alright, same sap green, little Van Dyke Brown. Alright, I think that's a good roof there. Alright, that works. Now get a little bit of white. Where do my white go? Alright, put a little bit of white up there. Get a small roll of paint on the end of the knife. Small roll. No pressure, just pull down lightly. I tell people I don't want the knife to touch the canvas. I just want that little roll of paint to touch and come down. Alright, let's do the other side. Small roll of paint. I don't know if you can see it. It's really small. All this is about loading the knife and pressure. That's it. You could do this at home. Start creating anytime you want. If I hit the bottom, just pull that heavy paint off. on this back side, just gonna take a little bit of white, put some boards over here. Maybe it's dark. Just a little indication. There's some boards. On the front, let's see. Sometimes you can just scratch them in. But if you don't see that, then you can add a little bit of white. Or black, depends on what you want to see. I'm gonna go back with some dark color. There we go. Go back. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. Alright, that's good. Scratch out a little opening for a door. And we'll put a window right here. Put just a little bit of that yellow green. Maybe you got a candle lit. And for that door, go ahead and finish off this maroon color. Right. A little bit of white on the edge to highlight around the side. Alright, that'll work. I'm gonna start tapping in. Oh, he's gonna need him a little walkway out here, so might as well go ahead and get that in there first. Just take a little bit of the brown right here by the door. We'll put some grass up here around the edges of the house. Really bring it in good and tight. Alright, I think that looks great. Oh yeah. Alright, it's got a little path out there. Now I'm gonna take just a little bit of white on my fan brush again. The one looks like a rake that you can see through. Just a little bit. Don't need a whole lot of color. Now you can make little hills, or you can, kind of give it a small U shape to show that it's sunken down. You can do all kinds of stuff when you're going back in to highlight. I'll add a little bit of linseed oil to it. Alright, that'll do it. I'm just using the corner, couple of hairs, that's all. I had to step back just for a second. Just to look at it. Alright, nice wore down, a couple of bright spots in it. Alright, let's see. So, we'll try some blue, well, green and yellow. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful color. And we're going to start tapping in some grass back there. Tap in a little bit of that white, lighten it up real good. You want to work both sides. Alright, got a little bit of grass out there. And on this side, just go right up to that edge, push that little path down into the painting. All about depth. Alright, I can live with that. Alright, a little bit of that yellow. And a tiny bit of black. Small amount. Believe it or not, yellow and black make a beautiful green. Alright, let's see. Alright, more sap green this time. I know I had some. Alright. Let's think about what. We can put in a little rocky bank right here and bring that water right on around this place. You've got the best spot ever. Fish all day. Alright, once again, I'll pull some of that cover down. Alright. We'll get a dry brush. Go over this again, pulling it straight down. We'll add a little bit more color right there. Alright, that's good enough. So with a dry brush, pull everything down. Just pick up any of that heavy paint and you really pulling those lines out to make those reflections pop. Those long stringy lines is what really will add so much to the reflection. I try to paint the sides on my paintings. If I'm using a normal canvas, I try to paint the sides. Alright. Let's put a little bit of blue in there. Just a little. Oh, we gotta go back and add a waterline back there too. I almost forgot. If I hadn't been doing another waterline, I would have missed it totally. Alright. make sure it is dry, clean and dry before you go back up there. Just pull it to the side. Light, no pressure, just dragging the brush across it. Alright. Go back. Get a little bit of white on my knife. Make sure that you keep your waterline straight. Even if you're coming down at an angle, you want to make sure to stick it out straight. Right. A little waterline down here. Right. I'm gonna take it. Start over here. Make it that waterline just work its way. Alright. Alright. That's a nice waterline. Still can add a little bit more to this. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my. Maybe this will work. A little bit of white. Some of that blue. A little bit of thinner. Linseed oil, so it comes off really smooth. Alright. I'll go into just a little bit of cad yellow. And some white. Oh yeah, that's a pretty green color. Make sure it's thin down so it comes off really easy. Alright, let's see. That'll work. I'm really just experimenting with different greens and yellows. Maybe a little bit of red or something in that. When you got a black canvas, you can just do incredible things with it. Incredible. Alright. I'm going to clean the brush for this last one. Enough red. Alright. Now I can come back and just add some really cool colors. I'll show you what I mean. We got that pretty blue on the right side over there. Get a little bit of this going. Right into the titanium white. No other color, just titanium white. And you can do that same thing. I'll do a couple with white, and then a couple with red. Oh, even a strong blue. Oh yeah, this would be pretty. Just make your own bushes, your own flowers. Alright, I need some more colors. Almost through, almost through. A couple more things. Oh yeah, go take your little knife and scratch a couple of sticks. Just right underneath the bottoms. Or maybe you just got a couple hanging out. Couple of light ones, a couple of really heavy ones. Alright. You know what? I haven't used any pink lately. Of course. Alright. A little bit of linseed oil right into my color. Man, this thing got dry. Bad dry. Keep working at it, it'll loosen right up. Alright. Maybe these are some type of rose. I don't know. Alright. couple more colors and that'll be it. Yeah, I want a nice red up there too. Just a couple of drops. Linseed oil right into the red. Remember, if you need to add more linseed oil to thin it out, then it's fine. Just start with small amounts. Small amounts. And one last one. Alright, that'll work. Go right into some of that light green. I'll add a little bit. Alright, now redo that color. Got too many colors mixed on it, just turned gray. Alright, let's start again. A little bit of yellow and blue, about equal amounts. Get a real pretty green out of that. Oh yeah. Really, it's like a hunter's green, dark green. Right here at the bottom, just lifting up. Alright, that should do it. That should do it. And I hope y'all enjoyed watching it. Wait a minute, right around that edge, I need to put some dark. Just a little. That'll do it. Thank all y'all so much for coming.